What is up there, SEO pros? Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a quick Q&A. Haven't done one in a while, so I thought, why not? I'm just going to go ahead and post this Q&A in the Facebook group, which if you're not a part of, I would go ahead and join that. It's going to be a link in the description if you want to go head over and join 11,000 other SEOs like yourself, or somewhat like yourself. And it's a pretty good network to be in. Just go ahead and post that. Come join us for a Q&A. So just to give you guys a side note, this video is sponsored by water, New Zealand water. No, I'm just kidding. I'm known for drinking a lot of water on my channel. A lot of people get mad about it. And they've been saying that I should get sponsored by a water bottle company or a water company. So what I'm probably going to do, since most of you guys are probably sleeping or something, I'm just going to start going through the subscriber questions and then answering those, and then going through questions on the Facebook channel, Facebook group, and answering those. So let me just go ahead and head over to community. And we'll go into here. So broken link for template. Let me just go ahead and fix that real quick. Thanks for letting me know. I fixed this. Let me just go. I know what I did wrong. I actually put an extra letter, or didn't add a letter that should have been there. Any day now. Okay, put that in there. I don't know why YouTube does this sometimes, but they'll put like these little dots at the end. It won't actually give you the real link. Keyword research tutorial for competitors. Oh, that's over here. So at any time, if you do come in here and you want to ask a question, go ahead. Looks like we already have one. MQ says, my content is optimized, but there are no visitors on my site. My niche is study abroad. So what have you done so far to optimize your content, and what kind of content are you adding to your site? That's the first question I want to ask. Save changes. Go do this for the next one. There we go. Your link doesn't work, sorry. And thanks for letting me know. I went ahead and fixed this. Go ahead and go into there.
What is up there?
Edit video. Still not paying taxes. What are you talking about? Mr. Akatasi's not paying taxes, or are you saying I'm not paying taxes? So that template should work. I'm not sure why he's saying it didn't. That works. So somebody else must have fixed that. Maybe it's the video he was talking about. Must have been the video. Nope. Both of it works. That's weird. All right. Here, let me pop up the chat over here, because every time I look over there, it messes with the microphone volume because the microphone's right here. Also, the new YouTube layout for going live is pretty awful, to be honest, guys. Something needs to be done about this. I'm always mispronouncing people's names on my channel. Whenever I'm going live, I'm always like, every single time I mispronounce people's names. I'm sorry. It's not personal, I swear. All right, let's look at it. Pop out chat. Here we go. All right. I have content about free scholarships and my study abroad experiences in the USA. Okay. Do you want to link the website to me so I can look at it? Mr. Akitase, Mr. Ecstasy, doesn't pay taxes. Is it because you're doing ecstasy all the time? How to get your first SEO client. So first step to getting any SEO client is to bring up your handy Paint desktop app. And what you're going to do is you're going to start drawing things. First, you're going to draw a happy face. And next, you're going to go and change the size of this. And you're going to draw this little thing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So here we figure out what our free offer is, whatever our free thing is. So here's the thing. If nobody's going to take your free thing, nobody's going to take your paid thing. So figure out what you can give away. If nobody's going to take your SEO for free, then they're not going to pay for it. So, you know, make sure you can do it. You can give away your SEO for free first. So that usually means like doing SEO for a friend, doing SEO maybe for your own sites, and then using that as a case study, whatever it is. And then start doing something else like what I do, which is how I started, start giving away like free audits. So you would take the audit roadmap that I have or make your own audit roadmap or whatever you want to do and say to whatever business, hey, target business, I want to do a video roadmap for your website, goes through all the different things, or just call them up and be like, hey, I found a bunch of things wrong with your website. I wanted to know if I could send you a quick video showing you how I can fix a lot of these things for you. And if they say yes, which I'm working with somebody who actually has done this and actually got a client out of it, then all you have to do is bring them to the next step, which is within the roadmap. Okay, to fix these problems, it will be whatever you're going to charge them for that. So all this pricing I've already made within my roadmaps, but if you want to go and do all this pricing yourself, you can do as well. And that's pretty much how I would recommend to get your first client, next to content marketing, which would be, you know, going out and building a bunch of content around your subject and sort of showing expertise in that area, which is going to hopefully get you some clients. What's with that chat menu? Here we go. So hopefully that was a helpful explanation. All right. I just cannot say Mr. Ecstasy because that sounds ridiculous to me. I'm sorry, man. But with Ecstasy, you can work harder. Sorry, that was probably really loud. MQ says mqk8.com is my site. Link can't be shared. And Andrew says best on-page SEO course. Well, I mean, I would say my course, but I'm partial, right? I don't know. I honestly, the best course in my opinion is going and finding correlation data and then start figuring out on-page SEO based on what's already ranking, because everything's going to be different based on, well, it depends. So if you're going to be doing site-wide on-page SEO, then I would say use something like Screaming Frog to figure out all the different issues with the site. I mean, that's really easy to do. You just go to Screaming Frog. It's a free software up to 500 URLs. And then it's paid, I think it's $180 or something to get a year subscription to it goes up to like 50,000 or something ridiculous. So what you can do is just say, for instance, put in Chase Reiner. I mean, this is pretty easy. Oh no, that's not my URL. Chase Reiner. Oh, why? There we go. ChaseReiner.com. And then what I'll do is I'll just go by the sidebar. I mean, this is really easy, right? A lot of this is all on page. So, you know, you just go through here. Okay, some are HTTP links. Let me go and fix those. Looks like we have some 301 redirects. All right, let's go fix those. Looks like we have some 404 errors. All right, let's go fix those. Looks like page titles. There's 3 duplicates. Why is that? These are paginated pages, so it's not a big deal. Same H1 tags as title tag, which honestly I think is completely fine. So I wouldn't change that. Meta descriptions missing. Let's go fill those out. And that's how you can easily get your first client, responding to the guy who asked about that. Obviously, you can take all these things, say, yeah, these are all the problems, and then put them into the roadmap checklist that I have. And that's what you can pretty much say. Hey, look, let's go fix all these things for you. Cool. So let me get rid of that. Shantanu says, okay, interesting, offering free SEO service for first month. And if we do well together, you could sign me up for next month. What do you suggest? I wouldn't offer the first month for free. That's giving away a little bit too much. I would offer the audit for free. Because here's the thing. I I don't charge monthly for my services until people buy my service as a product first. And if that doesn't make sense, I don't like locking people in at first. I like them to experiment with the product by buying the service, which I productize by saying like, hey, look, I do this, this, and this within a package, and it's not based on hours. This is how much it costs. And if you want to buy it, it's $1,000, whatever it is. Or I just do one thing for them. I just do an audit. I just do keyword research. I just do, one thing out of the checklist that I found. And then I say, okay, that's $200. Next time, let's do a ongoing SEO package or something. I don't say ongoing. You can say ongoing. I say more like, let's do another month. And then most of the time, people just end up buying every month because that's how I do my reporting. I do my reporting monthly, so people end up just buying monthly, right? Sajad says, is it okay to get backlinks from a form nowadays? So as most of you guys know, I don't do link building, so I probably wouldn't do that. But if that's what you want to do, and that's working for you, go ahead. But I don't do that. It's not what I suggest in any means. If you're going to be doing link building, I would at least try to build links based off like maybe, actual like referral traffic, like somebody's actually referring your website and you're getting traffic off of that, versus like just building a link on a form that nobody's ever going to click on, sort of thing. All right, cool. So let's go back into comments. All right, so Jenny says, I noticed some people on Patreon offer various reward tiers, including snaps or more snaps. Do you know the best way to sort who's actually supporting you to give them access? I don't really understand snap codes. Is that the same as them adding me? Or do I make a group on there for specific snaps? Thank for your help. Good tutorials, man. So I don't really know anything about Patreon. And I honestly don't really know that much about Snapchat. I just sort of made a Snapchat tutorial because I wanted to rank it. And I, know a little bit about it, but honestly, I'm not the guy to ask around that stuff, especially around Patreon, because I don't use that at all. Okay, Matzi says, hey, you should check Consolity. It's a WordPress plugin matching your content with other users in the Consolity network based on titles. Please reply any feedback. So I think that's a spam sort of thing. People are getting so sneaky with their spam. What the hell happened to the comments? Sorry about that, guys. Let me go back there. Let me go back there. Like that. The comments are up on my face. All right. Vince says, hello, Chase. I just came across your channel. Great info. I just watched this video and then visited your channel page. Did you ever make the video you mentioned on how to get out of the sandbox? Yes, I did. The link is, yes, I did. Here is the link. Let me just go get that link. How to get out of Google Sandbox. And why is he showing up #1? No, that's so bad.
What's up there, SEO pros? Welcome back.
All right. Go back over here. Boom. All right, Kimberlyn Arviso says, great info, very useful. Thanks for sharing such great information. You are most welcome. Thanks for the feedback. All right. Go ahead and go back into here, see what this is all about. We got somebody saying that the link's not working. I think I fixed it. Did I fix it? I did not, so let me go do that. SEO Mastermind. And grab that. There's a lot of SEO Masterminds. That's crazy. I should just go into all of them and infiltrate them. All right. Go back into here. Is the video working? I keep seeing that it's saying it's not working, the stream. Guess I lost that video for a second. Edit video. Boom. Thank you. Sorry for the inconvenience. It's now fixed. All right. Let's go back into the chat. Make sure I'm not missing out on any of you guys' juicy comments. Wherever that pop-out chat went. Guess it ran away from me. See, it says 4 people are watching, which is weird because normally we get a lot more. I'm not going to take it personally, though, guys. Okay, so Shantanu says, I am going 23 in a few months, pretty broke, hoping to score this big this year. You're inspiring, entirely grateful. Do you pay per call and rank and rent stuff? Big names like Daryl Rosser seems to promote heavily to make people buy scientific ranking course. So rank and rent, I mean, you can do that. I don't really like managing that side of things. What I do is I'll, rank sites and then sell them. Well, that's what I've done in the past. I don't really do that anymore because I don't spend my time doing that. But, that's definitely something you can do. I ranked an iPhone repair site and sold it for like $3,000, which isn't that much, but, it's decent. So, I mean, that's one. The problem is that there's too many things you can do, right? I mean, there's so many shiny objects. You can rank and rent. You can do affiliate marketing. You can do drop shipping. You can do SEO agency, or you can do everything, right? And just get all tweaked out and work for 24 hours a day. What I would recommend is figure out something that you like doing and that, isn't going to make you have to work 24 hours a day, but maybe like 10 hours a day at first, and really spend your time like getting good at that versus like spending all of your time trying to do everything. Because I mean, I've been there. I've tried to do that. People, that's the worst part about, doing videos all the time is people, I'm like the first person to hear this stuff is like, Chase, have you heard about the new way to make $7,000 by, doing rank and rent? And then I go, oh my God, I could do that. I know SEO, but then it's like, just because it's possible. I mean, you can make, you could make more money than rank and rent, starting a tree cutting service business. I mean, those people make a ton of money, but it's like, then you have to learn how to do all that stuff and manage that stuff. It's like, is that what you want to do? And that's why it comes down to like getting good at something and sticking to that, because if you just keep getting distracted by these shiny objects, you're never going to get anywhere. Mr. Ecstasy says, what kind of tools are you using daily on your SEO stuff? So Ahrefs is a huge one. Quora is important, but it's not necessary. Maybe some sort of keyword tool like KW Finder, and I mean Screaming Frog for my audits. I mean, really the tool I use the most is like my cell phone, like talking to people, telling people like how I want things done and like managing people, stuff like that. And then anything after that, I mean, most of the stuff, like it's really meant to just provide you with a small like shortcut in like saving time. If you're using these tools to like make you money and whatnot, I don't think you're utilizing the tools properly. I think most of the stuff that I've learned in the past, is the reason why I'm making money, not because of the tools. I'm making money because I know how to like do SEO. I know how to avoid mistakes. I know how to manage people and like how to check quality. So I would invest not in tools, but in actually like learning from people who really know what they're talking about. I mean, reading books, reading I would start following people who are making a lot of money, not trying to reinvent the wheel. Like for instance, figure out how people are making money in this industry. If you want to run an SEO agency, follow the people who are making a ton of money running an SEO agency. If you want to make courses, follow the people who are making courses and then do that. But, it just goes back to, do you want to do all that stuff? Probably not, right? So Timul says, can you rank an SEO agency site in a major city with no links? Sure. I mean, it's going to depend on what you're going up against, right? For instance, if somebody has a ton of rankings because their site has like 80,000 pages on it, I'm just making up some random number, like some huge number, and a lot of those pages are building a bunch of authority on that site, and those pages are internal linking, that's the one type of link building I recommend is internal linking, because you're going to be passing a bunch of value from page to page. With internal links, and it's something that you actually control. You control your own internal links. You don't control other people linking to you in a sense. So yeah, it's totally possible. I mean, I was able to rank in my own town, which is not a major city, but I was able to rank in it and #1 in like, what was it? Under 2 months with a brand new site. So, I mean, it's definitely possible, but you have to figure out, like, is it worth it, right? Is it worth spending all of the time trying to rank for something that maybe you could get more traffic if you were to focus on like less competitive keywords? And that's really just going to come down to you. Like, is that something you even want to do, right? Do you really care about ranking for a bunch of keywords? I mean, it all comes down to your goals and like whether or not you want to spend the time, because honestly, like, you could pretty much rank for anything if you spent enough time focusing on it. I mean, sometimes it could take like a year or 5 years or 10. I mean, I have no idea. It depends on the budget. But I mean, if you have a large enough budget and enough time and enough content, enough like resources, I mean, yeah, you can rank with a ton of different things other than just links. Shantanu says, you're absolutely right. Here's my plan. I'm trying to get local clients to get my ball rolling. After that, I plan to shift into some more passive stuff like affiliate, rank and rent, pay per call. Yeah, I mean, so if that's your plan, go ahead and do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just really, like, at the end of the day, it just really comes down to what you want. You know, if that's what you want, you're all about the passive quote unquote income. But even with the passive income, you know, give you guys an example. I'm making passively quote unquote $600 a month off my YouTube channel passively, right? Because I'm still making videos. I spent a bunch of time making those videos, right? So even though it's passive, I put in the work at some point. And with my mastermind, you know, I'm making like what, $1,400 a month passive income, but I'm still doing 2 webinars a month. I'm still doing updating all the templates. So I mean, no matter what, you're going to still be working, and even if you're not, you know, working on your passive income, that stuff's probably going to start deflating as your content goes, you know, out of, you know, gets dated. Maybe, for instance, people start outranking you or whatever it is. So I really hate the word passive because, you know, it's something that at some point, no matter what, you're going to have to work. And, you know, it really just comes down to, like, what do you enjoy doing continually? What do you want to do over and over and over that actually you enjoy versus, you know. Now, what I will say is it does become easier. When I first started doing SEO, I was doing like, what was it? 12, 14-hour, 16-hour days. And now I'm doing like way less, right? And I'm making, you know, still pretty decent money, like 10 or 20K a month. And that's not net, that's like probably gross, but my net's still pretty high up there. So, I mean, that's decent, right? For somebody who's 24 years old. Now, I could probably make more money if I spent the 10 or 14-hour, 16-hour, whatever days again. But, you know, it gets to the point too where it's like, you know, when do you stop? When are you happy? When, you know, what type of growth are you looking for? Are you looking for the type of growth that it's just like you're like a millionaire, you know? So like I said, it really comes down to your goals. It comes down to, you know, what makes you happy and that sort of thing. So Mr. Ecstasy says, I have an authority site about supplements. I try to rank for evergreen keywords. My question is it possible to raise in the ranks without backlinks? And if so, how? Yeah, so I mean, like I was saying earlier, you know, look for correlation data. Look for what is ranking and why it's ranking instead of what you want to rank for based on just a keyword. So what does that mean? It means if all the other things that are ranking for a certain keyword have certain elements to them, like they all have images, they all have videos, they all have 6,000 words, maybe they have backlinks if you want to go do link building, whatever it is, focus on the things that are similarities versus the things that are, you know, non-existent. You just going out and thinking, okay, I just need to build a link because links are good, or I just need to go put an image because images are good. Actually figure out why you're doing this stuff based on what people are intending to find, based on the similarities on the search results versus what you just think you should rank for because a keyword and because you want to make money, right? That's not actually helping people. It's not actually figuring out what people want. And at the end of the day, you know, it takes out a lot of confusion if you go out and actually figure out what people are looking for and build content based off that. Shantanu says, you help people a lot. You should tell us about yourself if you are comfortable, of course. So I've actually done a video like a while ago about like how I started becoming successful at this stuff. I mean, in general, I'm not very, I guess I'm not too interesting. I mainly just, you know, do or run an SEO agency. So I have a couple of people working for me, and I do a lot of quality control. So, you know, I go and say, hey, this is the stuff you guys should do. And then I cross check. I go, why are you doing this? Or why aren't you doing this? That sort of thing. That's where I spend a lot of my time. Then I do the videos, which is really just me talking to you guys, showing you guys how to do certain things. And a lot of this stuff is just me figuring out how to do this stuff and then showing you after I figured it out. I mean, it's pretty basic. You can do it with any industry. If you want to sell anything in any industry, figure out how somebody else does it, and then basically take that tutorial and make it into your own sort of tutorial with your own personality. And I mean, the only difference between me talking about SEO and somebody else is I just explain it in a different way. And maybe I know a little bit more about something than somebody else. But overall, I mean, a lot of people do SEO very similar to how I do SEO. Everybody changes heading tags. Everybody changes title tags. You know, it's not super complicated. The reason why people make things super complicated in pretty much any industry is because that's what sells. You know, when you take something that you, I mean, anybody can learn how to do a title tag change. But if I say click-through rate optimization, or if I say, you know, conversion rate optimization, or something that's like more exciting, and it's really just me showing you how to change title tags with maybe like some psychology built in, which is really just an opinion, then that's what sells, right? So that's sort of the problem with the SEO industry, the marketing industry, is most people make things, you know, overcomplicated in a simplified way, kind of, meaning like they'll say, you know, 3 easy steps to make $1 million with conversion rate optimization. So they take, you know, conversion rate optimization, which is a wider topic, and then an easy thing, which is like how to make $30,000, whatever it is. And then they put those two things together and people get all excited, right? Easy way to do something hard. But at the end of the day, it's, you know, all stuff that you could easily learn. Most of you guys already know how to do this stuff. Really what it is at the end of the day is people just don't want to go out and do it. They want to follow somebody who's more confident than them, because most people, when they start out something, they're not confident in it because they haven't spent enough time doing it. But really the difference is between me and most people is that I've just spent more time in front of the computer changing title tags, right? And Rust. Ashley says in Rust. So, I also spend a lot of time playing video games, if you guys want to know. Timel says, going back to my initial question about the SEO agency site, well, I just want to rank for my keyword like city plus SEO with inner pages for all major cities in my country. Okay, so I do not really want to rank for a ton of keywords. Basically, my content on my website is very basic, 400 words per inner page, and just focus on local SEO terms and SEO variations. Sorry, SEO terms and variations. My biggest competitor has a different approach, consisting of building a site as a huge authority and with very high and long quality content, basically a huge blog. What do you think? I basically just want to rank number in every major city in my country and get clients this way. So Google actually specifically releases updates to like combat that, because that's what people like to do. They just like to, you know, rank for every keyword everywhere in every city. I would try to stay away from that. I would try to maybe follow more of what the other person's doing. This is sort of a, you know, controversial topic though. Like I said, it comes down to your goals. It comes down to like, what do you want to spend your time doing? If you want to go and try to do that, go ahead. But, you know, just know that there's tons of other people who are doing sort of the same thing, and it's harder to rank for a place that you're not actually in. I would try to focus on building authority instead of building a bunch of like landing pages in cities that you're not actually really in. So that's probably what I would recommend, unless you're actually planning on opening businesses there and, you know, actually hiring people or something, or getting clients in those areas. And, you know, it's up to you. I mean, it really comes down to what you want to do, but I'm not going to tell you not to do that. I'm just going to tell you that it's probably better to just go out and build authority, sort of like what I'm doing or what, you know, your competitor is doing. Because obviously that's working for them. It's working for me. Building out all those kind of pages. I've done audits on those type of sites, and there's been a lot of people who haven't been able to do that correctly because they don't really know what they're doing. Shantanu says, I have analysis paralysis. I constantly buy courses and struggle taking action. So it's exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's really easy to buy a course. It's really easy to know conversion rate, like conversion rate optimization can be done. But then when it actually comes down to sitting down and doing it, people like start freaking out. So now when I just gave up on courses who say make money with selling maps position or something like, whoa, hold on, I messed up on that question. Now, when I just gave up on courses, I'm not sure what that question is. So, what games are you playing, by the way? I spend a lot of my time playing this game, Rust, which, if you guys aren't aware, I'm starting another channel called Siphon King. If you guys want to check it out, there will be videos of me playing the game and just sort of more gaming type tutorials. So if you want to check that out, it's just Siphon King Gaming, I believe. Not sure if it's on here. Here it is. So I'll leave a link here if you guys want to subscribe. There's no videos out yet, but there will be in the future. Tim Wills says, what do you mean exactly by building authority with an SEO agency website, and how do you do this? So in terms of building authority, I have a course for it. I mean, I don't want to short answer you, but I have to actually head out and start doing more tutorials. But I would check out the SEO Triforcing course I have. It talks all about building authority and sort of how I went and started building authority with my own sites. And you can watch part 1 here for free if you kind of want to just get an intro. But this is probably what I would recommend you start out with if you were to take a course around building authority. All right, I'll take one last question. Shantanu says, I get a crap load of emails like buy this method to make money, like WTF, why sell $100 courses when you make $100K a month? Never really got the logic. Well, you have to think also those people are making, they have huge email lists, like say for instance 50,000. If they're all making $100 per person, they're making $150,000 a month, right? My goal is to have SEO clients everywhere in my country, just like Cotton Grammar, who ranks in multiple cities in the USA and builds authority with his multiple #1 rankings everywhere. Don't you think it's best to rank major cities to have clients? I mean, not really, no. Because the thing is that, you can get a ton of clients without ranking in all these different cities, right? Look up SEO expert Brad and look at his traffic. I mean, he's not ranking for multiple cities. He's getting probably 10, 50, maybe 100 times the clients and traffic that Cotton Grammar is getting from ranking locally. And he's focusing all on national. Shantani says, did you play new God of War? No, I haven't. I need to start playing new games. I need to stop playing so much Rust and figure out new games to play so I can start doing reviews on those. So that is something I should be focusing on in the future as well. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks for stopping by. We'll be doing some new updates in the future, probably today, on the SEO roadmap, which if you guys don't have this, and you're not in the mastermind, which I did a webinar today, by the way, if you guys want to check out the webinar, in the mastermind's $49. Sign up for it. And here it is if you want to sign up for it. Just try it out for a month. Totally worth it, in my opinion. You get a ton of past videos I did, all my templates with updates. Get to be part of the community, that kind of good stuff. So either way, that's it for today, guys. Until I see y'all next time, happy SEO.